Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Friday nights here in Denmark. I think it's quite universal, but here in Denmark, it's crazy Black Friday, and there's a lot of offers. I get SMSs, emails, you name it. All the time about good offers, about percentages, discounts, everything, and it's kind of crazy. We also talked about if we could do something about Black Friday, because it's like a big evening where a lot of people are online and so on, but it's very difficult because we only have the products that we provide from others. So we cannot take the liberty to take away the earnings from all the friends that's selling all the pigeons. So in that way, it's very difficult. But instead, I think that what we can do is to provide a lot of good information and a lot of dialogue with the good friends that we have all over the world, and that's why we started with this video, because it's like it's open up for all the transparency, and it's open up for all the things about pigeon sport that we like. Normally, when we sell the pigeons online, it's with a photo and the iPhoto and the pedigree and some information about the pigeon, and it's not so easy to see if it's a pigeon for me or if it's a pigeon for you. So it's better to see also the videos, but also to talk with the people that has bred the pigeons and that have this family of pigeons, and what their idea are about how this pigeon can be an good thing for your loft. So that's why we do this, and in the afternoon we try to go online with Esther and Henk, but due to heavy traffic in Holland, it was not possible. But now here on a Friday night, we try to do a new attempt because Esther, she really wanted to show the pigeons for you. So it's very nice, and I hope that you have a cup of coffee or a snack or cold beer or a glass of wine, and sit back, enjoy, and have a cozy 45 minutes or so with us. And so that's why I just add my friends from Holland also.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to Denmark.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for the introduction. And it's not Black Friday today, it's White Friday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is.
I will sell a lot of white pigeons, so it's White Friday today.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, but it's real. I don't know if it's in Holland. It is like here. It's just crazy. We get email is popping up with all kinds of good offers like that. Or is it that in Holland also today?
Yes, it's similar. And it's not only today on the Friday, but because also of the Corona, it's extended. It started already last weekend, and it will continue for next weekend. So it's 2 weeks, almost every day Black Friday.
Yeah. But I think that a lot of people, a lot of businesses, at least here where we are, a lot of businesses are really struggling to keep up the business because it's very difficult. Nobody can come into the shops anymore. At least they can come, but maybe they stay away. and that's why that online businesses can be some kind of getting back some of all the things that they're missing.
Yeah, absolutely. And also now still in Holland, we don't have any ban on shopping, so everything is still open. But from 1st of December, it's also in Holland, it will be by law also that everybody need to wear a mask in all shops. So many people just don't want to do it. So they just organize everything themselves now on the Black Friday online.
Yeah. It has been like that here for a month with the mask.
Yeah, see, and it is nice also in the pigeons. It's more and more getting common that people start to buy their pigeons online. So in the pigeon business, it's almost every day. It's Black Friday, and and it's only good for an auction site that they provide also in that as more information to attract all the clients, or in this case the pigeon fanciers to them.
Yeah, of course. That's also why we started with this, because we want to make just a small video that can give. Also, in some countries you really locked down and you cannot go anywhere, and I think that what we need is to discuss and talk about pigeons, and this can be a way. We try to do this so people can come with some get a little bit pigeon down in the basement or something like that, instead of because of the lack that they cannot go with their friends and so on. Yeah, here we have a greeting from Philippines. Hello, Emmanuel. Good to see you again.
He is, nice.
Yeah. And Greece.
In Germany.
And here we have
the biggest advantage
from Bangladesh.
Oh.
Very nice. Yeah. But as we normally do, you're welcome to put on your comments or your questions in the comment field. And then we try to get the questions as we go along. And then I just thought about pigeon sport in Holland. It's quite there's a lot of information about that. But Esther, you have also started some kind of, can you say, edge to the sport in Holland with the Ladies League, where you have been very much involved with some kind of new thing where the women
women are
involved.
Of course, not only as pigeon fancier, but also as women. After the pigeon fancier, a lot of women make pedigrees, they clean the lofts, they organize a lot of things, they do jobs in the club, etc., but they are always on the background. And that was for me the most important reason. There are a lot of women, they are interested in pigeon sport and they like it, but they're always on the background. So I tried to get them more to the front. And I think in Holland it's gelukt. Hoe noem je dat? Succeeded, yeah. And maybe in future I want 50-50, 50% women and 50% men. It must be possible. All the same with when you look to volleyball and to badminton, it's 50-50. When you watch to soccer, it's not 50-50. And pitch sports, no, it's not 50-50. But I know for sure it's possible to be 50-50. 50% women, 50% men. It's possible.
Maybe in pigeon sport it's like 99.5 to 1.5 or 0.5. It's very, very few women in the sport. But actually, I was thinking about it today. The few women in the sport actually are kind of successful. And I think maybe about the animals, it's like some kind of maybe a better feeling about the animals.
Yeah, but it's also depending of the husband or man. They have to give space to the women. It's not a dog or a cat or a rabbit, but it's pigeons. So you need a loft for yourself as women.
Yeah.
And the man, husband or friend or neighbor or something, he have to give space to the women to find it out and try and keep the pigeons to your naar jezelf brengen. To yourself. And I know for sure there are a lot of women who are very interested in the pigeon sport, because women has a sort of nursery, especially for young pigeons.
Exactly.
And yes, so I know for sure they love it, because they love always young cats. They love always young kittens. They love young horses, everything. So I know for sure they love also young pigeons.
Yeah.
But they need to ontdekken, dat is expire? Ontdekken?
Ontdekken wat?
Experience?
Nee, ontdekken van de duivensport ontdekken.
They need to find out what is pigeon sport
Yeah.
is in totally.
Was it
Taking care of to clean the lots, but to discover the whole pigeon sport by racing, by breeding, by banding the birds, by also getting the trophies after the many successes.
Yeah, but a lot of men doesn't do that. They don't give the women the space to experience.
No.
To experience that.
Experience.
Yeah, my English is not very good, but you understand what I mean, I think. So that's for me very important, and I'm not on the NPO board now anymore, and it's a little bit jammer.
Pity.
Indeed. So, but for sure, in future, it will be there for women in pigeon sport. I don't know how and where and what, but for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And just for the people that didn't know about this, it was like a special competition where women could buy pink rings.
Yes.
And add on the pit and on the youngsters, and have a specific competition where only these rings were in this competition. So it
women,
was outside. Only women.
So not only a cup, but also wellness prices, perfume, etc., etc. Only for human. So it was a lot of. In the first year, we sold 12,000 rings. Yeah, 12,000. It's a lot. It's only pink rings, and also pink chip rings. They were from Benzing, and they made actually pink chip rings, and it was fantastic. It was just a touch of. Okay, I know a lot of women are feministisch. Nee, niet feministisch.
Dat is gewoon Engels.
Feminism. Yeah, but they don't want to use pink, but it was nice. Pink rings, foot rings, and pink chip rings, and and feel the spirit against the men in the club.
Yeah.
I'm a member of a club. I think there are now, it's a lot, I think there are now 4 women from 40 maybe, and there's 10% in my club. That's a lot. It's a lot. Also, there are no women member. So it's a war against the men, maybe. I don't know.
I think it's really, really, really such a good idea. And it's all about a talk about, hey, what can we do to bring in new fans that nobody's thinking about, all the possibilities that we have in also introducing the sport to the women. We only look about, hey, where can we find a boy or an old man, nobody is talking about women, and they are as good as anybody else to do this. And I think it's just in what can I say, in the world today, that we need to be more, as you said before, 50-50. And if this is just a sport about animals, why should we should all have a very good chance to be good at it.
I am the living example because I didn't know pigeons before 5 years ago. I know them because I saw them fly, but I never had experience with raising pigeons. So I was infected by my job with my company, and then I was interesting, and I want to learn, and there were some people, I can count them on one hand, who wants to learn me something, and then I went competitive, and that's what makes me very interested for pigeon sport.
Yeah.
But there were one handful of people who were stimulate me to get pigeons. So a lot of pigeon fanciers don't stimulate it.
But I know that's just how it has been all the time. I think that we are going, but it's very, very slow. We're going. We're approaching a time where we actually start also sharing the small secrets. But I also remember when I was a boy, it was like, you can go in the corner and sit there, and I don't want to learn you anything about that. And to me, it's very, very strange because I only want to learn what I can. When I can tell, I want to share.
In the past, I was from horse sport. From my little, when I was a little girl, I was riding horses. And every week, 2 times, I go to my club, and there was a trainer who trained me to learn riding. And he or she, every year they change it, makes me better, so you learned. But in pigeon sport, there's no trainer. You have to be lucky, I think, when you meet a trainer who wants to help you to get all secrets. And I don't talk about medicines or something, but of stimulating products, but the secrets about, okay, watch to the pigeon. What is he doing? Watch. What does it mean? What does it tell us? And what do you have to do now? That's are the secrets of the pigeon sport. And there are not a lot of trainers for that. And that's, I think in pigeon sport, that's a shame.
Yeah, I agree. But hopefully we'll get better. And I think like a project like this, Ladies League, is a very, very good thing to do it. Maybe it can be an inspiration to do a Giants League or a Kids League or something like that, because we need to focus on the sport, and that's why that's one of the things where we can do something active to get more members. And I think at least in the Western Europe, we need new members because they just disappear. Okay. Here is Martin Els. He's a Danish guy, but also from South Africa.
Oh, South Africa.
Yeah. Okay, but you have some pigeons that are at good auction at our site. And I think
12 pigeons, and they're selected. Very strict selection.
Yeah.
Shall I start somewhere, or what do you wish? With option 1 or something, or number 1?
I think for as we can do it as I try to put on a little banner like this. If you look like lot number 1, you just tell me what to see. But maybe if we do it like we can show all 12 pigeons, but you can also select one of them and then just tell me what it is, so we can, because now we do live, but it's also possible to see this video afterwards. So we just put on as much information as possible on this video, so that the people see it later today or maybe tomorrow. They can also get the information about what pigeon we're looking at.
We hebben natuurlijk voorbereid. Was op zijn Engels voorbereid? Oh ja, we've got preparated. Okay. I will show you the pigeon
Yeah.
in wing and back, etc., like videos, and Henk will tell something about it because his English language is better than mine. And is that a good idea, or do you want?
Don't be so shy, Esther.
Yeah. She never is.
Yeah.
And now suddenly she is.
Yeah. Okay.
No problem. We can just do it, but we can start by. I think that start by lot number 1. It's very nice pigeon.
Yes.
So maybe, yeah. And I know that the mother should. Yeah. Now you're getting in trouble. But I can do like maybe I can do like this. No, that was wrong.
Sorry. Yeah.
I need you. How can I do this?
I don't know. You are the director.
I can do it like this.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but I know it's a little bit difficult to know you to show your way around the camera, but
yeah, I have to find it out because it's a
now
mirror
you have full screen. So we start with
one. And Henk will tell you about it.
Yeah. This is lot 1, and that's bred from young with Slagschip. Slagschip was one of the favorite pigeons for Esther, and it was a very good racing hen. She only raced 1 year, in which the pigeon also winning first in big competition in a very tough race with headwind, but 2 weeks after it won again first in the club and 4th in the combine when it was a tailwind. It's a very strong pigeon, and Slagschip in English is called battleship because it's more a cock in handling than it is a hen. It's one of the biggest pigeons we have. But as we do a lot of compensation, we pair it to young. And Young was a very good racing cock in the South African $1 million pigeon race, which we sent there, which became 26th in the final race for Holland.
Yeah.
And we imported that pigeon back from South Africa, and now we paired it to Slagschip. And this is then the final product. It's a very nice coloring. Super in handling, a lot of temperament, a lot of vitality, like also Mother has. She is very muscled. It's very strong in the back. It's very good in the vans, and it's just a very nice pigeon who just can do just club competition, but also is very good for one love races. And this is a combination for which I think it's for future is very important, that people looking for pigeons that can do just club competition, but everybody also attending one love races. So you also need to have pigeons, especially on that.
Yeah. And also, I remember I saw this, the mother of this pigeon. It was a very, very large pigeon. But the results from it is very, very nice, and you also, I think that it's very interesting from the white pigeons that Esther have is that the white pigeons is here not only because they're beautiful, but also because they can perform, and I also, this is also very nice. I want to show this, but it's a big, it's from Brinkman. Hello, Henrik. It's a big text.
Yeah, but we know Henrik very well. Hi, Henrik. How you doing?
Yeah.
Henrik bought last year in your auction. He bought 2 pigeons also, which Esther offered. Yeah. And pigeons were paired together. And 2 weeks ago, Henrik raced with a direct child for them, the second in the Pattaya One Love race against over 5,000 pigeons. So Henrik is experienced and he know what he's already speaking of. And
yeah, exactly.
Also nice. He's also just a starter, but he just started with good pigeons, and then you see direct already the performances that they succeed.
Exactly, and he has also from the Aperture lines, and then we also see that later on that because I see that they have succeeded at Esther's loft, but also very fast at other lofts. So that's very nice.
Yeah, but that is very nice. And the father to that, Jan, as said, that was a very good racing cock in the $1 million race in South Africa, also with very tough circumstances. And he was just a perfect handling pigeons. And lot number 2, that is bred from the mother for Jan. And the mother for Jan we paired to a pigeon we called Mr. Dapi. And the Dapi race, a very famous race in Denmark, of course. And
and shut down.
yes. But nevertheless, the father, he was a very good competitive pigeon in that race.
Yeah, exactly.
And we also bought that pigeon back because on the final race, which also at that stage was a very tough race, he was our first pigeon, and he was second Dutch pigeon in there.
Yeah. And what you can say is about that the South African race is a very tough race, but they have it's about 600 kilometers, but the race in Denmark, it was only 400 kilometers, but actually it's always a tough race in Denmark because we have a lot of wind, but also the time where the final for the Dapi race was all in August, and it was always a little bit thunder warmth, so it was always also a tough final. So you can say these pigeons going 500-600 kilometers on the NPO races, but also on the One Love races, is very tough pigeons.
Yes, absolutely. And this is important. And look already how intelligent, smart looking the pigeon is. This is what people are looking for. And this is not only in South Africa, because many fanciers succeeded, of course, also with the pigeons they bought in South Africa. And the main example you mentioned yesterday, of course, Mike Gaines. He bought a lot of top pigeons, winning pigeons there. But these pigeons also performing very good in other One Love races worldwide. And it's a very hard and tough selection there. And then, of course, it's getting more and more a specialism. And we see that pigeons performing in One Love races, their offspring, whether it's first or second generation, also performing. And that's why we paired up Mr. Dapi here to the mother for Young to get this bloodline for the One Love races.
Yeah. And it's such a beautiful pigeon, totally white. And very nice. And is it lot number 3 you have now?
Yes, lot number 3. We're just going one by one.
Yeah, super.
Yeah.
Then I can also follow.
Yeah, otherwise we get mixed up.
As I said, I just want to write the text below, so we have full overview afterwards. Also, let's see full screen like that. Yeah, there you have the funny colors also.
That's a very funny color. Yeah, it's bred from White Geert with Holy Ulrich and Heilige Ulrich in Dutch. We bought last year in one of your auctions from Ulrich Lemmens. And we bought it not only by coloring, but also because it's a bit with distance blood in it. And we just want to add more distance blood into our One Loft races, because many of those races just performing in the final race just by 1,000 meters a minute. And we always, next to our own club competition here, we also, as Team Sunkist, also participate in the One Love races. So we're always focusing on that. And this is a very nice bred from White Geert with Holy Ulrich.
Yeah.
And White Geert passed away.
Yes.
When you say Holy Ulrich, I say holy moly.
Holy moly! Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I know for sure, Ulrich, when he starts to talk, he keeps talking, but when he's handling this pigeon, he also will be very quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a very that Holy Ghost pigeon is a very, very super pigeon. So I'm sure that you have also, as you said, you needed some long distance strength in the pigeons, and I think that you will have that with those lines.
Yes, correct.
So we go to number 4.
A white one with a little bit black on his back.
A little splash.
Yeah, you could see it on the movies, but not on the photos.
Oh, yeah.
To old camera. How do you?
A little bit on the back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit. It's
not a dropping from one of the
tiny
pigeons.
spot. It's very soft. Whoa.
Yes, it's a very soft pigeon. It's very strong. It's a medium to bigger size pigeon. It's very strong, close fence, strong on the bone, good feathering, very silky. And this one is bred from a direct son for the white pair of Esther, which is Mr. Italiano and Dero. And Mr. Italiano won 7th in the final race for the Golden Algarve, while Dero won the 7th place in the $1 million race. And Esther also bought both them pigeons. And in the first year of breeding, 2019, she bred the father to this pigeon. And that she paired to White Present. And this is super hen, a combination again from white lines with the Hermannskusters. So for the speed.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
One
more old feather to throw. And this is just the grandparents, Mr. Italiano and Dero. This is just 2 white pigeons also winning top 10 in those One Love races. But also here already in the club racing last year, as youngster, they performed very well for her. So it's very intelligent pigeons, and especially when it's getting towards the distance, so up to 300 kilometers, then they start to perform.
Is it a medium-sized pigeon or?
It's medium to bigger size, Sam.
Yeah. Because I see that it's a quite big head, or what shall I say? It's a quite big head for a hen.
Yeah, but
or is it just the video? Maybe it's the white screen. I don't know.
My video, but it's not a small pigeon. But again, also on the mother side, the mother is a granddaughter also to Slagschip. And this is just what we present you earlier. That's one of the biggest pigeons in her loft, even when it's a hen.
Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, and so we have like lot 5.
Yeah, again from Mr. Dapi, who was number 46 in the final for the Dapi race, but now again paired with a different hen, and this is a hen from White Josephine. It's from the lines from Bozua and the lines from Martin van Zon. And the nest brother to the mother bred first MPO winners on 900 kilometers. second MPO winners on 800 kilometers. So also a lot of distance in it. And this is a medium-sized hen, and perfect balance, very silky, very strong in the back. The vans are very close, very strong. And look how smart and intelligent she's looking.
Yeah, she looks very nice.
Yes. I know already now for sure, the fancier who is buying this pigeon, when he opened the box, when he's getting the pigeon out of it, he will be flabbergasted. It will be enjoyable. And when there perhaps now also there are some ladies now looking, and of course you can buy yourself a very nice pigeon, but if you want to give your husband a very nice Christmas present, then for sure this is a present to give, 100%.
Yeah, and I know just a small story, and you know that also, both of you, that here in Denmark we have a young guy in the south, and actually he was buying 2 years ago. He was buying white pigeons also from the auction of Esther, and I think that the main reason at that moment was that he wanted to buy a white couple for his wife, and then they coupled those pigeons, and actually he won a race in the section with those white pigeons. So as I said from the beginning, these white pigeons actually win the races. It's not just not showbirds.
It was Egon and Sonja Nissen.
Yeah, Nissen, yeah.
Yeah, my Danish is not so very good.
Hun in snor.
Yeah, Hun in snor. I'm watching now on Scandinavian series on Netflix. So, tak. Thank you, tak.
Yeah, tak, yeah, correct.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
Also a very soft one, very silky.
Yeah, and it has a black tail.
Yes, it has a black tail with some spots.
Yeah.
A grey tail, not a
Grey
black
tail,
tail, a grey tail.
Yeah.
The camera. Yeah.
That's funny.
It's an orange eye. I don't know if you can see it very good, but the camera.
That's very nice.
It's very soft, silky.
Yeah, and this again is a granddaughter for the two top stars in the loft, Mr. Italiano and Dero.
Yeah.
And then the father, it's Elvis Leo, and this again is bred from the top lines from Jurriens and from Stefan Lambrechts.
Yeah. And as we had David James, he's saying beautiful birds, and I must agree with you, David. Very beautiful. And
Isabel pigeon is coming now.
Oh.
Isabel. Oh, very strong.
Isabel.
Yes.
But it is a cock, right?
Yeah, it's a cock. It's not red. It's not pale. It's Isabel.
Ah, so we're talking about the color now.
Yeah, it's Isabel. It's Eijerkamp. You can tell me more about this. I can tell you also, but Henk knows more.
We had a question early on.
Yeah, this is Isabel coloring. It's direct bred in the loft of Eijerkamp, and the father is a direct son for the famous Euro, and that was one of the key pigeons we bought at Jurriens Custos, and who became one of the most legendary Jurriens Custos breeders in the world. Yeah. And the mother, it's a daughter for Olympic Leo, and this Olympic Leo, also bred by Leo Jurriens, raised in the loft of Wolfgang Röper in Germany, where it became number 2 national ace pigeon. And this pigeon last year went to Esther, and she raised this pigeon as youngster, and there is won 3 or 4 prize cards. But this year, unfortunately, in the early season, it was caught by the hawk, and normally we would say this would go for breeding, but the only thing she dislikes in this is the color. She doesn't want to have for breeding, while the color is just a perfect pigeon. Everything you're looking for in a pigeon doesn't have. And with the Eijerkamp, we have a half brother to it, the same color, bred from the same mother, winning this year number 3 provincial Laon from 11,000 pigeons.
Yeah.
And the nest brother to this last year won first in club also, and this one also won top 10 in the club. So it's the best lines of the Hermans in this cock, and he's just perfect in handling. Look how intelligent, and it's a pity that she's selling, and the guy who will buy this pigeon, he will buy a cracking pigeon, absolutely.
All women.
All women, sorry.
Yeah, it's going for 50-50.
It's going for 50-50, but this one has a lot of temperament, super in the muscles, silky, very good genetic, very nice eye, and very smart.
Yeah, the eye is fantastic. If I say it, the eye is fantastic.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, beautiful pigeon. But that was an Eijerkamp pigeon, and I
bred at Eijerkamp. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's original. Also presented with your original pedigree for Eijerkamp.
Yeah. Yeah. Super. Then we have lot number 8, and then we are going for some of the lines that also I just want to let me do like this, and then I go to the comments from Brinkman again.
Okay.
It's a big one. I just want to write in the bottom. We see that Mother Speedy is the daughter of Mother Ibertje. Then you have the Ibertje line, and I know in this pigeon you have also the Ibertje line, right?
Yes, Ibertje.
Eijerkamp. Yeah, that's called for my grandmother.
Yeah, lot number 8.
Nou, vertel helemaal wat.
Ja, dat is jouw favoriet.
Ja, dat is mijn favorite, maar jij kan beter vertellen in Engels. Henk is better in English than me.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite, or what is that?
Sorry?
Is that your favorite, or what did you say?
It's my favorite. It's the most beautiful pigeon in auction, I think. My opinion. It's silk. It's temperament, strong fence, super muscled. It's not a big size, medium sized. And it is a female.
Yeah. And then the father, he's a full brother to Eibertje, that winning second NPO Chateaudun, 590 kilometers. And that's from Moeder Eibertje, which is also direct from Eijerkamp. And she's a direct daughter for Kane. And Kane is bred from the legendary pair Chicago and Miss Saigon. And the mother to this pigeon, that's also direct from Eijerkamp. And she's bred from Emperor Che, which is the best breeding son in the Eijerkamp lot for the famous Che. And Emperor's Che is father to first NPO winners, a lot of top 10 NPO winners. And also that is going back to Chicago and Miss Saigon. So the top Jensen balloon lines from the Eijerkamp loft to be found in this beauty.
Yeah, and I remember I saw a video with the old with Hans Eijerkamp that Jay, the good old Jay, was his favorite pigeon. Is it still like that?
Yes. That pigeon already won as yearling 8 MPO from Orleans, 560 kilometers, and then as 2-year-old, there was a race from Arras, 330 kilometers, and the liberation was postponed until Monday. And then on Monday, the pigeons released, and then Che winning first of Arras, 330 kilometers, against 9,000 pigeons. And then it was basketed 4 days later on the Thursday evening for Orleans. And then Orleans, it was a very tough race also. and there Jay winning first MPO against 15,000 pigeons.
Wow.
And then he immediately went to the breeding lofts, and there it became even more famous because first, second, third, fourth generations, they all bred winners, and not only in the Eijerkamp loft, but with a lot of people around, not only in Holland, but all around the world.
Yeah.
It is the most favorable for the Jensen Van Loon lines. They just can win everywhere, worldwide.
Yeah. So here you have a very, very. It's Esther's Beauty, and we have, and this is all the good lines from the Eijerkamp loft. So that's fantastic.
A lot of temperament.
Yeah. She's.
It seems like I cannot handle a pigeon, but it's a lot of.
And this is the brother or what?
Brother.
Yeah. Lot number 9. That's also a beautiful pigeon.
Yeah, also a lot of temperament. You can feel it directly.
He's angry.
Yeah.
Smart looking, intelligent, perfectly balanced. Everything what you're looking for in a pigeon is to be found in this.
That's a real cockbird, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, good balance.
I'm finding the camera, sorry.
Yeah, but it's always it's like looking into a mirror. You always
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I never watch myself in the mirror.
No, we can see that. Yeah. At lot number 10.
Yes,
So?
again, the father also a full brother to Eibertje. So this is a cousin for the previous two. And the mother in this is Miss Vierzon. And Miss Vierzon won as yearling already top on Vierzon with a top 10 NPO result. And that one, after that Vierzon result, which was just by a very tough race, we put it straight already in the breeding loft, as I think she is one of the best pigeons I ever handled at the loft for Esther. So for future, she will be one of the key breeding hens into our loft. And these are just pigeons. The more and tougher it gets, the better they will be.
Yeah.
And Miss Vierzon, that's going back to the lines from Bert. And Bert was first national ace pigeon in Holland for the 1 day long distance. And this was bought by Gerard Koopman. Yeah. And Gerard Koopman also succeeded very well with this pigeon. And I can imagine he did, because this one is also bred from Miss Vierzon, the super hen in her loft.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful.
Yeah. It looks like a real. It's like a cracker.
It's a cracker. It's medium size, very strong, good back, very silky, super in the muscles. Everything you can see for a good pigeon, it has.
Oh, back to the white ones.
Yeah, White Friday.
White Friday. Is that white, or is it just me?
This is, I should call it white, but when you watch very good, you see something here and there. It's not a big black spot, but it's a little bit gray.
But hey, it doesn't matter. for me, it's very, very. You see, hey, also Florin, very nice. I agree totally. I like when you can have a pigeon that is a unique pigeon, and for this, it's like Mr.
Yes, again, the father is again Mr. Darby. Mr. Darby, 46 in the final race. And a half brother to Mr. Darby, by the way, won number 14 in another final in the Darby race.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, and this again with the mother for young, the 26 Dutch pigeon in the final race in the $1 million race in South Africa.
I like the eye on this one also.
It's medium size, very, very good muscled, strong back. Silky, well balanced. Beautiful eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoiets dichterbij.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Peter Weir would say, it's when you pull the nose, it will fight back.
Yeah, that's super. That's super. And I just want to put on the last banner. And here we also have...
Also from Mr. Darby. But then again with White Josephine.
Yeah. That's also a beautiful pigeon. That is, if you don't like the
father.
Say again?
This is by coloring identically as the father.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't like the pure white, this is a very, very beautiful, as you said, bonte, right?
Yeah, bonte.
Yeah, blauw bont.
Blauw bont.
Blue pied?
Blue pied.
Blue pied.
Blue pied, yeah. And people, if you're still out there, please write your questions. If you have any questions specific about one of the pigeons, or if you have questions for Esther, or if you have questions for Henk, they're here for the same. And when we go offline, it's not possible to ask the questions. So if you're sitting it's a very nice pigeon.
It is. It's medium size. It's silky. It's a lot of vitality, a lot of temperament. It's strong in the back. It's very strong in the vents, completely closed. Well muscled, some longer in the muscle, and beautiful color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And just don't buy it just by yourself. Also buy it for your wife. Because these are pigeons, they also can see, they can remember. Because blue is blue and checker is checker, but these are special coloring, and also everybody knows, everybody can see, and everybody can remember these very good pigeons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very nice. Super. Do we have a question here? No, we have a success for Arnold.
Arnold.
Palman.
Yes, he is one of the younger fanciers in Holland, and he will be one of the future stars in Holland.
Super.
So don't forget his name.
Super. And I just let it stay for 5 seconds, and everybody can see. They never forget now. And but it's and I like every time you go for new adventures in the sport, it's just beautiful. What do we have here? What is the average distance do the white bird fly?
700 kilometers.
Yeah, up to 700, right?
Yeah, and from White Ulrich, I don't know for sure, but I think they can fly further. because it's long distance. But white Bordeaux, bit Bordeaux, he flew.
That was nearly 600 kilometers.
Yeah.
Young, performing in South Africa at the race, which they extended to 610 kilometers. But it's also the way you pair up these pigeons. If you have a pigeon, if you want to extend in distance, you need to pair up a pigeon with more distance blood in it. When you want to have more speedy pigeons, then you need to find a more speedy pigeon or lineage to cross to it. And this is the most important thing. You always can only breed with a pigeon if you have a second pigeon, and that just need to fit.
Yeah, and I think that when you, I think actually also the pigeons at this auction is also showing a kind of all round skills, because as you said, if you add a little bit maybe Harrimans or some sprint lines, you have a good results on 300-400 kilometers, and if you add the marathon lines, you have more distance and like 600-700 kilometers. And also the results on these pigeons, as the parents of these pigeons, they have also the results that shows that that you're correct in what you're saying. And this is more or less the same. What about the resistance of white feathers in your white pigeons? Resistance.
Yeah, I think he means with the UV, with the sun. And yeah, and I was in South Africa several times, and I saw a lot of blue white flights and checker white flights, and also I bought my Dero, and it's strange, but the blue white flights and the checker white flights, they were all damaged. The feathers were damaged by UV.
Yeah,
but I cannot explain why Dero, and she flew seventh of finally the 8th final from South Africa. I cannot explain why her feathers were not damaged. Maybe because there is less of pigment.
Yeah, pigment, yeah.
I think that's the reason, because when you are a blue white flight or a checker white flight, you've got more pigment also in the eye.
Yeah.
How more blue or checker or any other color is in it, you can see it in the eye. And the pigeon with more red eyes, they have less pigment, and the wings don't damage. I cannot explain. Can you explain it?
Yeah, it's with the UV, and once the sun touched the feathering, it doesn't affect the feathering, but only when then the pigeon is in the basket, just because of the touch with the basket, then because of these UV, it will be damaged. And you see a lot with white pigeons, with white flight pigeons, with white pigeons. And therefore, a lot of people say, well, especially in warm countries, well, we dislike these coloring.
Yeah.
There are so many exceptions in this. And also in there are some white pigeons, of course, who are more silky than others, like also in blue or with checker. But that's more to do with the quality in general than specifically with the color for the pigeon.
I also think that I have also been in South Africa basketing 3 times for the $1 million race, and I also saw those only sticks on the front.
Reds are.
And everybody was talking. No, I never sent a white flight pigeon to South Africa, but of course, as you said, maybe a pure white pigeon actually gets it is better because of the. It's like the focus on the feathers.
Because when you are human, dark people don't burn often, and the light people or red hair people, they burned earlier. I think it's something to do with the pigment in the skin or in the feathering. I don't know for sure, but I think so.
Yeah, I think I agree. And we see, good, David. Thank you that you asked the question, and good that you got the answer. And I also hope, Carlos, that you got your answer about the white feathers. And here he writes, here in Mexico, it seems our hawk have a preference for white feather pigeons. Don't you have that problem in Europe? I think we have, but
it's not so. People always asking me about the white ones. They are food for hawks, but I have a lot of white ones, so that's not flying one, but 20 or 30 in my youngest group. And no, there's not a special white one. Also the checkers and the blue ones and the pied ones. So for me, it's not
making the difference.
It's not making a difference for me. No, for the hawk here in Doornspijk at my place. Maybe in other countries they like white, but here in Doornspijk they eat also blue ones and checkers.
and the Isabels, they also
No,
but I think that is just at our loft. It's always the wrong one that the falcon takes.
I'm a farmer's daughter, and I think the hawks has a good eye for good meat. Like the farmer see his cow who is having good meat for the slaughter,
the butcher.
The butcher. Yeah. The good farmer can see good meat for the butcher, and I think the hawk can see good meat for his meal. And if it is white or checker or blue, he needs good meat.
Yeah, exactly.
You can see it, I think.
But it seems like the hawks in Mexico are racist. They tend to go on the white ones. Yeah, I can imagine. But of course, we never know now. It's White Friday here at least at this auction. So maybe it's something new. Yeah. But here in Denmark, they put up nests for falcons because they want the falcons to take all the seabirds, the seagulls. But as you said, I think the falcon knows where the good meat is, and normally that's on the pigeons and not on a seagull.
Yeah.
So it's something we need to adjust with. So what do you say, Carlos? So you all should be careful. Yeah, we're quite white.
Yes.
At least I am. I'm sitting just in the spot. I'm blending in with the wall behind me.
Yeah, but the problem is getting bigger and bigger because they're all protected. And whether it's the falcon or it's the peregrine or it is the sparrowhawk, it's everywhere the same.
Tell something about the Isabel kleur.
Yeah.
How it's possible. You send me by WhatsApp the question for Henk or for me how it's coming the Isabel kleur from the Eijerkamp pigeon. It's lot number 7, I think.
Yeah, I had a question from a Danish fanship because we always think about the genetics.
Bell color, so you can explain it.
Yeah, it's genetic. It's based on genetic, and somewhere in the history for this pigeon, and the history is as well as by Euro as by Olympic Leo, because we bred from Euro, we bred grandchildren who are Isabel, we bred from Olympic Leo, direct children, grandchildren. So it's something in the genetic. And Isabel is not so often. And more known, of course, is the chocolate with the Mullemans pigeons, of course. It's just coming back suddenly. Like also totally white pigeons can be born from the line from the At from Wouters. That's from just blue, you turn out to have a white pigeon. So genetically is something. It's not my on my best side. I don't know too much of it, but I just know that the ones you have there, it's all very good for breeding. And of course, then you need to be careful with it, because this is all going back to the base for these pigeons.
Yeah, very nice. So it's kind of unique. So you have to look at that on the auction site, and I just want to put on the address again so we can see it. Yeah, but it was very nice talking to you, and thank you that you had the time also on a Friday night to join this broadcast. And it's not easy to go when you have to drive a lot, Esther, and say, hey, Friday afternoon, just be home at 1 o'clock. It's not easy.
Easy to say, yeah, but the experience is that the practice is always different. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry I wasn't there this afternoon, but I hope we could goed maken.
Yeah, we made it up with this, so to say, and we hope the fanciers watching liked the way we presented the pigeons, and more important for them is now to give themselves a very nice Christmas present.
Exactly. Exactly. We have everything in all colors here. So
yeah, and thank you for your time. And
yeah. It was very nice to see you again. It's been a while here in this Corona.
Yeah, it's too long.
It's not easy to go to the expos, and everything is shut down. So now we have to see each other like this on the video.
Yes. And then I have to say, tak.
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 Yeah, tak.
It means thank you.
Completely correct.
Okay. Tak.
Yeah.
Tak.
So you have learned for a serious. That's very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a very
nice Skol.
Skol.
Yeah. Skol.
Skol.
Skol. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Bye-bye. You too. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you, guys. It was very nice that you turned in on a Friday night. I hope that you loved seeing Esther and Henk from Holland. I think they showed some very nice pigeons. And please go to this address and see the pigeons for yourself, and and look the auction. I wish you a very nice evening. Take care, everybody, and be safe. Bye-bye.